Welcome back for our final session. We're so glad to have you with us today. And we're so glad to have Susan Holecheck with us. You know, it's always great when Susan is here. The time just seems to skirt by whenever she's here. And we have so much invaluable information to impart to you. And she has it. So it's always good to have her on the program.
Thank you.
So Susan, we've talked about VetTrans, and that's such an outstanding program. But we're also looking at transportation for the town of Pahrump. And I know we've had some setbacks and we've had some other situations, but give us an update on where we are and where we're going and what's going on.
I want to start out by saying I don't want people to get disheartened. Anytime you start a large project, you're going to meet with challenges. And it's so easy to say, well, let's just throw in the towel. And I say that because I don't have a lot of great news today, but so we talked about in the last session, we talked about our getting 4 buses.
Yes.
One of which we dedicated for veterans. So we still have 3 other handicap accessible, wheelchair accessible buses. And there is a transportation committee. Dr. Waters is on the committee. And of course, Albert is our great leader. We have worked on this for so long, and it is so easy to get frustrated. But so where we are is we still needed an owner of the program.
Yes.
Right? Somebody to run the program. And so we had thought that a perfect opportunity might be for the senior center to do it.
Okay.
They transport seniors already.
Yes.
Right? And they have buses already. They have very qualified and great drivers. I know that because I hear that all the time. The senior center runs so well. So we thought that might be just a fabulous opportunity. They've talked about it, they've waited, and they're just not sure at this time that they can take on more on their plate.
Okay.
And I respect that because it is going to be a big task.
Yes.
So at this point in time, what we're hearing is they would rather not take it on. They want to see how it goes. So that is a little saddening for us because we had hoped that they could step right in. But Albert is still looking for different companies to own this program, run it, make it successful. So
if there's a company listening to this show tonight, if they are interested in doing something, they should contact Albert.
Absolutely. We would so appreciate it. And we're going to show, there's Albert's number on the screen right now. So yes, if you could contact Albert, it would be a godsend. It would be great. So here we are sort of back at needing an owner of the program.
When you say owner, what does the owner have to do?
So the owner would be responsible for maintaining insurance, doing dispatch. Basically, we were hoping the county would maintain the buses with gas, but the owner is going to run dispatch, basically they're going to have to train the drivers. We're going to have policies and procedures, obviously, for hiring people. There's going to be pay issues, so it's really multifaceted. And there may even be more to that than I know about that Albert might know about. So, and if I may step back, so we presented this to the county, and they would rather not be the owner of this. They certainly have been supportive of this program.
Yes, they have.
They have pledged dollars to this program, as have people in our community. We're just astounded by the generosity of our community always. But the county would rather not be the owner at this juncture. So we're looking for someone else to take it on. Another point of frustration is we've had difficulties back and forth with NDOT. And they've had personnel changes. They've considered revamping the grant program for a 1-year program to a 2-year program. one of the individual who was in charge of the grant aspect was supposed to be coming out here on December 15th. And now we hear sort of on the side that the individual cannot come here now in December.
It's still on my calendar.
I know. I just found out yesterday. We're having difficulty getting through to the individual. And again, what we're hearing is, and it may be because of administration changes, upcoming administration. That does happen when elections happen.
That's true.
Sometimes. So they are going through personnel changes again. There's a lot of changes we hear going on at NDOT. And so, as I say, we have sort of reached out to the individual that was supposed to be traveling to Pahrump. That individual may be so busy, we're just not hearing back. But we have heard from others at NDOT that she will not be coming on December 15th, which is really sad, but we still have time. We are going to have to file our grant again in April.
Okay.
So we still have, that's why I don't want people to get discouraged. We still have some time to get her or whomever, to get them out here the first of the year, talk to them about our needs. It's very, very important that they meet with the commissioners and planning for traffic issues and that sort of thing, which unfortunately they were going to do on December 15th. They were not only going to be meeting with the county commissioners and I believe people in the planning department, but they were going to come to our transportation meeting.
And that was crucial.
I know.
And we really wanted that to happen. However, like you said, we can't get disappointed at this point.
No. We've really, I have to tell you, all of us have invested so much time in this. The one thing I will say is that I think you need to continue to keep, and I don't say this to fill up their inbox or you know, bother them too much, but we've got to stay in touch with our county commissioners. We have new people coming on, at least John I know is coming on.
Yes.
So we need to stay in touch with them and keep this on the front burner so that they continue to realize that transportation is an issue for everyone. Again, when we talked about the veterans, this transportation crosses all the lines.
It does.
Gender, age, income, it's just disabilities, challenges. It just affects everyone, Dr. Waters. That's why we can't give up.
We can't give up, but the commissioners do understand. But like you said, they need to hear from their constituents.
Right. I don't want time to go by and have them say, well, everyone must have changed their mind.
Yeah.
Right? That would be the worst thing right now.
Let them know that you're interested in continuing the program. And it's not browbeating them, it's just letting them know that you have a high interest in this. So the commissioners know what I think because I let them know. They need to know what you think.
Right. We were lucky because we had a commissioner on the transportation committee for a while. And then he thought it might be better because votes were coming up if he, you know, abstained and
conflict of interest.
Absolutely stayed away from this. So you have to respect them for that. But hopefully they will again feel like they're in a position to have someone. It'd be wonderful if someone like John could start to attend the transportation committees again. It doesn't have to be John, but I'm just saying his being a member of the RTC was very, very helpful to us always. So. So yeah, let them know. Don't pester them, but we don't want to make them mad.
Don't make them mad, but pester them. Yeah, definitely don't make them mad. Yeah. But let them know your interests, and that's the key. Commissioners are people, and they get busy with so many other things. And there's a lot going on in this county, and if this is something they don't hear about, they're not going to focus on it. But if you continue to let them know how important it is, they will focus on it, and they'll get the job done. We have some good commissioners.
You may know the answer to this. I don't think I know the answer, but I always thought instead of phone calls or emails, because what you said is so true, that the commissioners are so busy. They do a lot of traveling. They serve on a lot of different commissions and boards and whatever. I often wondered if they even had like a suggestion box at the county, because I thought maybe that way you could just write a little note and stick it in that. But I don't. Do they have one?
You know, I think they do, but I'm not sure on that now. Okay. I go to the office, and I think there is a box there.
That might be just a great way, because then they have something in writing as well. And if you're comfortable, you could leave your name and telephone number.
Sure.
If you're not, that's fine. I'm sure that anonymous is fine, but I think it really helps them sometimes to have something that they can actually look to.
That's always good, and it certainly can't hurt.
Yeah, what the heck? Maybe we'll get them to start a suggestion box if they don't have one.
County commissioners, if you don't have a suggestion box, just get one, because I just stated I think there is one there. But if it's not, let's get one up there, and then we can go ahead and announce that so everybody knows if they have suggestions, they can go ahead and put them in the suggestion box. No profanity, no threats, nothing else.
No.
Just letting you know, this is on my mind today, that's all.
And I think they even still, we tried that, we call them Citizens Coffee, but don't they meet with citizens on?
They do.
Is that the first Saturday, or?
I'm not sure which Saturday it is, but the commissioner and usually the district attorney, and I think they're also using some of the other people as well now.
So that might be another venue that you could show up if you're comfortable doing that.
Yes.
Just show up and say, hey, I'm raising my hand because I want you to know I'm still interested in transportation for Pahrump.
That can work.
Yeah, a lot of different ways we can get our voices and our thoughts out there, huh?
Yes. Again, remember, please remember, commissioners are very busy. They have a ton of work, not a lot of pay for what they do. And we take advantage of them. So let's support our commissioners, but at the same time, let them know what's on your mind. As we're winding down, Susan, I really want to thank you for being here today.
Oh, thank you
This
so
has been
much.
fantastic.
Thank you.
And I want all of you to make sure that you let your commissioners know what's going on with transportation. We want you to know what's going on with transportation and the needs of our entire community. And we'll see you next month for another show.